Me asustas. Okay, I'm not too good talking in front of the camera. So yeah, I will try to avoid the camera. Like I was saying, my husband is my father. And when came to the United States, I was 33. I didn't talk anything in English as per me. And he said, yes, you speak English. Yes, you speak English. Yes, you speak English. And I believe it. And then I start talking in English. Nadie me entiende, pero no importa. And when I came here, he was here. And he said, real estate is one thing that you will do. And I said in that time, I said, real estate. And I said, Guille, what is real estate? And he said, that's what I do. Okay, if you say it, I say it. That's okay. I went to school, get my license, and I didn't know anything about real estate. Because on the school, you don't know anything. You don't learn anything but the law. Right? You need to start working. And start working is a little difficult in any career. Don't think that it is in real estate just only, it is in any career. Start, break the ice, that's difficult. You need some help. That's why I'm here today, to help you, at least to inspire you to start working in real estate, to know, not know what to do, but to know the difficult that it is. And if you're convinced that it is difficult, but you can do it, you can do it. If you say, I will do it, I will do it. Let me tell you something. Some days ago, I went to Finland. Finland is a country where the only thing that has is snow. That's the only thing that they have. We went to a place, plenty, and my husband cannot walk. And I push him. And he said, why you push me? Because you cannot do it. I have to push you. That's what you do when I cannot do it. He pushed me. You need someone to push you. And who's the person who has to push you? Your broker. Your broker has to push you. But the way they do it, it's different for everyone. In this case, Julio, which is a smart person, a beautiful person, I love him, and he knows. He used many persons to inspire you to start doing what we do. Sell a house is not easy. I know. If we're easy, anyone can do it. And as you know, there's a lot of realtors in Miami, a lot. But not everyone works. You have to work, you have to develop your own capacity, you have to develop your own skills to do what you want to do real estate. When I started, I had a great broker. His name is Luis, and I love him because he was the one who inspired me. He said, if you talk, you can do it. The only thing you need to do is talk to everyone. Maybe you don't know exactly what you're saying, but talk to people. I'm a realtor. I have license. Hi, how are you? I have license to sell houses. Okay, from the beginning, I didn't know how to do a presentation to a listing, a person who's selling her house. And I didn't do it. I didn't learn. And I know that is not my skill. I cannot sell a listing. I can't. Definitely. I cannot go to your house and tell you, this is my listing presentation, this is the paper signing here, 6% commission. I was sweating. And the person in front of me know that I cannot do it. So I said, okay, this is not my part of the real estate that I can do. I can't. I know my skills, I know what I can do, and I know what I cannot do. Where I was good with buyers. And I said, that's okay. I will work with buyers. I get listings because eventually you will get listings, but you need to start with the best that you can do, with the best that you love to do. And I love talk. So that's what I do. I talk. Obviously, when you start, you don't know anything. And what I did. And that time in 2005, there was some communities close to my office, and the people come to my office, or I call them, or I put it an announce in the internet or something. And when they come to my office, I said, Naomi, don't talk, go directly to them. Okay, and I go directly to the real estate office of the construction. And there was a person, her name is Maria, she's still in the business, and she's my competition. so I cannot say it. But in that time, she helped me a lot. What I did, get my buyer, put it in her hands, and she closed the deal because I didn't know anything. And I observed what she did. Everything that she was doing, I observed. I don't talk. Okay. That's my recommendation. When you don't know anything, don't talk. Don't say anything to broke the transaction. I'm not saying that you don't know. I'm saying learn from the people who knows before to do anything. Sometimes when you talk too much, the transaction is broken. Why? Because we said something that can broke the relationship. And if you're afraid, if you are not secure, if you don't know what to do, first try to learn. That's my first advice. Try to learn. Go to the communities, go to the houses, go to the MLS and look what is in sale in your community, in your area, in the zip code you get a zip code and you know everything about that zip code. Business in the area, boss, the boss which is around the area, the city, you need to know something about the city, you need to be prepared, the schools on the area. Never give advice on the schools. That's illegal. Okay, remember. If a person buy a house because you said the school is good and the school is not, you get in problems. Okay, so don't give advice that you have not the right to do. But you need to know it. Get relationships with everyone. Go to Publix. Go to Publix and talk to people. Use your credential. Use the tag. When you use the tag, people in Publix, for example, they call you by your name. And hi, Tanya. Hi, Fulana. Hi, Mengana. And you make relationships. This is a business of relationships. It's not selling houses. We're not selling houses. We're selling our personality. We're selling our job, our relationship. My manager and my president, they always said, people buy the house because of you. They don't buy the house because of the house, not buy the house because of the construction company. They buy the house because of you. And you need to do it because this is a relationship. Today, I get a call from a person that I sold the house 7 years ago. Why she calls me? Because she didn't remember the name of the realtor. You need to get relationships. Hi, welcome. You need to get relationship with your clients, with your prospectors, with everyone. Talk to everyone. That's my best advice to you. Doesn't matter if you talk about real estate market, doesn't matter if you talk about drugs, doesn't matter if you talk about whatever you want to talk, but talk. Don't stop talking. Even if you don't speak English, don't stop talking and talk to everyone. Some days ago, I have a buyer. He is a commissioner in a city. He didn't want to talk to me because I don't speak English. For them, I don't speak English. They said they don't understand me. And trust me, I don't understand them. But I talk to them. And I talk to his house. Because you need to understand me. You need to know what I'm trying to tell you. Because I know that I'm telling you something which is important. But be careful. Just only try to be friendly with people. If you don't know too much, for example, when he went to my presentation, yo no puedo estar sentado. I'm sorry, I cannot be sitting.
Oh, great. Now I got to follow.
I'm an
Oh,
artist.
boy.
So I have to make the presentation. Yes, okay. When he went to my presentation in my office, I was speaking with the other realtors, with everyone in the office, and saying, if you don't know, ask. But don't ask before in front of the buyer, okay? If you make me a question, is this window
Impact.
windows? And I have to say no, what I'm doing? Broking the transaction. Because I put in the mind of the buyer a question that he doesn't have to do. So the realtor asking me that, or me talking about something that can break the transaction is something negative. You don't make questions negative unless, because remember, we represent or the buyer or the seller, unless they ask you or unless you know it, because you have to declare everything that you know, but don't make stupid questions. Don't do it. Call me or call the person who is representing you or call the company or be prepared before the buyer presentation. But this is a presentation, you need to look nice. I'm not telling you you have to lie to the buyer. I'm telling you be prepared. If this is not impact windows, it has the window. And if the construction company is putting a window which is not impact, it's because it is allowed. It's because they allow us to put the windows. It's not a requirement to put it impact windows because we can put it the choice. Okay? In that case, that's a negative question. What I'm trying to do with you is don't make questions to break the transaction. Negative questions always. Let's do another question. Do you remember something?
Positive questions. So ask questions like, is this, and question that you know the answers to, is this ceramic tile?
Yeah, it is. It is a ceramic tile. Every single house in my community has ceramic or porcelain in the tile, in the first floor. You see how deep
you and I have talked.
Expression?
Is this a smart house?
It is in a smart house. Every single young people who comes to my office says, it is a smart house? Yes, it is. So look at the smile. Always a smile. But when you make questions, negative questions, I start.
Because you don't.
I want to kill you. Because you're killing me. You're killing my time. You're killing your time. You're killing the transaction. And that is something that we cannot do. Why? Because everyone loses. If you don't close the deal that day, another realtor will do it. So my advice to you is, in your mind, write the questions. Positive questions. Oye, pero qué linda está esta casa. Wow, that's amazing. Are you saying something wrong? No, you're not saying something wrong. At contrary, you are positive. You are transmitting your opinion to the buyer. They don't have to buy because you're saying the house is nice. They will buy because they can do it. They qualify for it. They have the money and because they like it. But as a realtors, we have the license and we have the inspiration to sell the house. But remember, we're doing a tremendous change in the life of the buyer. So if you can do a change in a person's life, why not? Why put something negative in the mind of a person if you can change it? I always said, never allow someone to put something negative in your mind. Not only buying the house, not only selling the house, not only doing anything. When I came here in 2005, I went to, the first store where I went was JCPenney. And I was trying to buy some panties because I came from Cuba. I didn't have, I'm sorry. My husband was with me because I don't have way to go. But the person who take care of me and the cashier, she asked me something in English and I didn't know. And my mouth was, huh? What you doing? What you saying? And my husband stopped there and wait for her to see what she says. And she was trying to laugh at me. Yeah, she was not nice. And he went. He wasn't behind me, and he went. And when she finished, she said, my husband said, "You know what? She doesn't speak English, but I do. And I understand what you was trying to do. So please call your manager right now." She wasn't fired just because my husband talked to the manager and He said, no, I was trying to give an experience to my wife, not to her, but to my wife. Never allow someone to dismiss you. Never. Not the manager, not the president, no one. Everyone is equal. Everyone.
And not the client.
Exactly. Everyone is equal. And neither the client, neither another realtor. I know many people who says, I'm calling another realtor and they don't answer. Call the realtor or call the broker. Someone has to answer you because you are a realtor. You have the license. If someone doesn't know that you have the license, let them know. Don't go to a community where they can say, we don't need you. You don't need me. Really? This is my buyer. It's mine. I have the relationship with them. You don't. Always demand what you deserve. Some days ago, I have a buyer, a person who worked for Publix, and I was waiting for her like an hour. When she came to the office, she said, I'm sorry, I get time because I was working and I didn't smell good. Really? Yeah, I went to my house because like you dress, they see you. And she wasn't in a uniform, but she was smelling super good. And I say, okay, I love your perfume. So always be dressed in a uniform or nice. Yesterday I was con los pelos parados because it was my best day. I couldn't sell the house. No, because of me. I was not in my best day. So I said to my man, Mira, I'm leaving because I'm not in my best day. I cannot sell a house today. So know you first. And when you wake up, says, thanks God, or Jehovah, or whoever you trust, or to you, and says, I'm alive. First thing in the morning, I'm alive. I have a license. Oh my goodness. Not everyone can have a license as a realtor. Not everyone has the knowledge. Not everyone has a tremendous broker who inspire you to sell or buy houses. Or, I mean, you just only sell, but if you want to buy, the same. When you're bad, don't go. That's my recommendation. And always put the buyer first, or always put the client first. Another experience. I always talk about my bad experience. It wasn't 50 days ago. It was like a week. I don't remember exactly. It was a day that I had 10 families, 10. Since 7 a.m. it was 4 p.m. and I was tired. And I was upset because no one qualified for it or no one buyer, or whatever. And a person came in with, like me, con los pelos parados, not too nice. She wasn't nice. She said, I'm going to the models. What? At least, hi, how are you? Can I go to the models? Can I see it? And she was bad. I was bad. And the relationship was woof, right? I was outside the office and I said, you know what? There is my partner. Go talk to her. It was my position, a good position. No, it wasn't. I have to say in that moment, stop, smile, and say, hi, welcome. Yeah, that's okay. That's what I have to do. Okay. But I let the other person to influence me. I did wrong. And you know what? Yesterday she signed it. What I think? You stupid. I deserve it, yes. I deserve it. And guess what? She's a realtor. What I lose a buyer and I lose a realtor. Because my client, it's a realtors. My client are not the buyers, it's the realtor. So I lose 1, 2, 3, or 4, or maybe more transactions. Why? Because I didn't smile. So recommendation, always smile. Always smile.
Naomi, another issue that I'd like to talk about is protecting your license.
Yeah.
Protecting your license.
That's important, protecting the license.
What have you seen that perhaps you can share about examples where people put their license at risk?
With the license on this, we can use the license for anything. Anything that we say, anything that we do. Money first. The deposit. We cannot hold the deposit, you know that, right? We cannot have the check in our hands for at least 24 hours. Like
Yeah.
this.
No
Yeah,
problems.
okay, that's something. There is a lot of ways that you can put the deposit and don't touch the money. When you come to my office, if it is with me, or if it is with another realtor and another transaction, always make the buyer make the deposit and don't touch the money. Another thing, talking back to another realtor, be careful what you say. Okay? Be careful what you mention to try to do the same. So if you don't know, don't talk. If you know, talk, but try to be the most knowledgeable. Because if you don't know what you're saying, you can lose the license. I don't have too much experience with people losing the license. But for example, a year or 2 years ago, it was 2 years ago, we allowed realtors to do open houses in our houses, in the D.R. Horton houses. A realtor was doing the open house, person came in, they like it, they do the transaction, and 2 months after, almost closing, another realtor says, "This is my buyer." And I say, "No, this is not your buyer. She was here, she bring the buyer. No, you put her on the contract." Oops, problem. A person saying that I put another person on the contract, I can lose my license, I can lose my job. Immediately, I call my manager. But my phone saved my life because I had pictures of the presentation, buyer, realtor, and the transaction. Whew. Thank you, Lord. There is a lot of people outside trying to do that. So every time you have a buyer, try to do, "Hey, how are you? Take a picture." This can save us. I don't have too much experience with that.
But you said something earlier that I think is really important. You
Mhm.
said, don't make a comment about schools.
Yes.
because, Okay, that's important.
Yes,
There's other things. We are a realtor. We're not mortgage brokers.
correctly.
We're not lawyers.
Mhm.
Okay, we aren't those things. So be very, very careful about giving legal advice. Be very, very careful about giving people mortgage and finance advice. Protect your
license.
license. Don't let them come and say, "Well,
Let me
this
tell
fell
you,
because of
license
you."
is God.
Question. He speaks about the schools, and that's one of the most common questions from buyers.
There is a webpage named miamidade.gov.
Okay, so I just refer them to
Yes.
You can say that around this listing or around the house you want to buy, there's 4 A schools
And the name of the school.
and the name of the schools, but that's it. You can't qualify. Is it good? By the state, there are A schools. Please look at, because you don't know the child. You don't know what they need. Okay, there's a lot of things we don't know.
Mhm. My escape clause is, I am sorry, I don't have kids. I don't know. You can use this information. We have a brochure with the name of the schools. Go to the webpage and see, because I don't know, I don't have kids. I know there is a lot of schools around, but why? Because advice always has limits. Yeah.
And don't talk about the neighborhoods.
Do not talk
It's a
about
bad
Oh, no,
neighborhood in that
they-
sense, because people ask me, "Oh, but is this a bad neighborhood?" And I'm like, take a drive through, see what you think.
You know my answer? Well, I don't know if it is a bad neighborhood. I live here. I've been in here for 13 years and nothing happened to me. And my car is open. Go to my car.
but good can mean a lot of different things for different people.
Mhm.
You don't know where they're coming from.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes.
You're selling the home. If there's an association, the association does this. Everything that you can print and show is what we're going to do. We have access to information. We can get information quickly. We can get information we can give them the information that they need. We are not buying a house for ourselves.
So you know what? We're not here to talk about bad things. We're here to inspire you.
Please ask questions about
Yes.
closing deals, because
Okay.
this woman really is
Do you
an
want me to do a
inspiration.
presentation with the buyer?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, role
Performance
play,
with
role
a
play,
seller.
role play.
Performance? I want to hear a rude buyer. Rude, very rude buyer.
A rude buyer?
Yeah. Can you do it? Vale.
Scoot over.
Over here.
So who am I?
You're a buyer. Who's the realtor? Who's gonna be the realtor? I'm selling townhouses and you want a house. Who's the realtor? Who wants to be the realtor? Dale, you do it.
He's gonna
Oh,
go.
you
You
have
girls,
the-
you girls.
You got the shirt on and everything.
Do your presentation. Hi, welcome. This is Diami. I work for Gia
Hi,
Horton. How you
Diami.
been? Okay, nice to meet you. Diami, your name is?
Lacey.
Hi, Lacey. Welcome to Dear Horton. So,
Yeah,
my
this
love,
is my buyer.
Okay.
She's looking for a house.
first
in-
mistake. She's not your buyer. Okay? She's not your buyer yet. Until she buy the house. No. They are not clients. Hi, this is my prospect or whatever you want to name
Her
it,
name.
or her name.
Okay.
Welcome. You have your picture. That's good. That's nice. Now I know that you work for Avanti. I know Julio from Avanti. Nice to meet you. Hi, lady. How can I help you?
Well, I'm looking for a place to live and well, here I am. What do you have?
Excellent. I have a lot of communities and I have townhouses. I don't have single families. Mistake. Don't have single families. She didn't like it. Now she wants a house. Why? Because I mentioned that I don't have it and everyone wants, but I don't have it. So I have a lot of properties. I hope you like it. I will show you everything that I have and I will give you all the information and you can select whatever you want. They qualify for it and they have the enough funds to buy the house, they can buy, of course. Why not?
But I don't have money for down payment.
You don't have money for the down payment. That's a good question. You're trying to buy or you're trying to rent?
I'm trying to buy the house.
You're trying to buy the house and you don't have enough money or you don't have any money?
I don't want to put so much money in that. in the
Okay.
down payment.
That's not a problem. Our houses, our two-town houses qualify for FHA, which is the lower down payment that we have. And maybe we can help you. Let's take a look. Always, let's take a look. That's Mike. Let's take a look and they will love it. How you like the houses? You like it or?
Yeah.
Can you guys speak up just a little bit?
She didn't like the houses, okay? What I can do?
It's too small. Like you're charging a lot for like this small place.
And it's a small, well, I have.
Can you
another
make it
comment.
down? Can you bring the price down?
Price down. That's a good option, but I cannot do it. Unfortunately, the price is on the market, but I have another community that I can show you. Let's go to see. the
I
other
have
one.
a cousin who's a realtor and she told me that sometimes realtors can give in their commission. Can you do that so the price can come down?
She's a realtor, not me.
She's like, let me show you the door.
So a lot of those.
Jesus Christ, and let me tell you, most of them ask about that.
But a lot of those questions already happened between you and the realtor, so you already know the market, you already know the price
I don't
points.
like my realtor, can I?
Yeah, and it happened.
And that
Yeah.
happened, that happened.
That happened.
In front of the other realtor? No, I don't think.
No,
Not all the time,
you're trying to
you're a
like.
realtor, but, listen, I represent the seller. I represent Dear Horton, which is my company, and she represents you. If you have any concern with her, you need to talk to her directly. But I cannot represent you on both transactions because you came here with her. And by the way, my company protects the realtors for a month, right? If you bring the buyer today, you will be protected for a month in the community to bring the buyer. So that's something extra from my company. We protect you because we are family. We protect the realtors. In that case, that she come today with a realtor and come tomorrow with another realtor. We register the buyer.
And after 1 month, what happens?
She comes with another realtor, you are protected. Yes.
So one question regarding that, if
Speak a
she
little loud.
can't buy within that month and then she wants to still buy it after 2 months, I have to bring her again?
No, you don't have to bring her again, but you need to be in contact with her and with me. And Diami, do you remember Fulano de Tal? I bring them that date and I want to bring them again. I have to follow up. That's my job, follow up with the buyers. Do I do it? Not all the time. But that's your job. Follow her and call me and says, listen, I was talking to Fulano and she's
They're ready to buy.
working on the credit or she's working on this. Talking about the credit, we have a system that we name it Home Buyers Club that we can help with the credit, even when the buyer is not buying a house right now. So we prepare the buyer in reference to the credit. But in reference to the protection of the realtor, we protect you. We need to sell, and I mean, we need to show all the communities to be protected in all the communities, but always try to do it. Another question?
I have bad credit. I lost my card.
That's not a problem. Many people have the same problem. And we have a system that we name it Home Buyers Club, that we can help you to increase your credit, even when you're not on the contract right now. And that is free for you. So there's something extra that we can do for you, and your realtor will handle it. Always try to handle the transaction. Don't let me do it. Okay, if you let me do it, happened that the same call that I received this morning, that she didn't remember the name of the realtor. Always make positive question, ask positive questions.
But that's another problem, and I just wrote a note, we'll talk about that. There's an issue called cause. In other words, who is the cause of the sale? And Diane's already mentioned it twice. If she doesn't remember the name of the realtor, or if after 2 months she comes back, but not with you, that's your fault because you haven't stayed in touch with your client. Cause is when there's a sale and the other realtor says, well, I did it. You have to show proof through emails, through texts. You have to keep records of all these things to show I've been in touch with this person. Now, if she's lying, that's up to them, but I'm gonna get my commission, right?
And let me tell you, there is a lot of people shopping around and they come today with you and they come tomorrow with another person and they said, no, I don't know the person who comes yesterday. Even, trust me.
Buyers are
One
liars.
time I have a person in front of me who tell me, let's pretend that I never been in here. Really? I have to pretend that the person who worked with me two hours yesterday under the sun and he never stopped by here? No, get out. No. I don't like to work with that person. And you don't want to work with that person because that would be a problem. We have to be selective too. We can select the buyers. We can select the buyers. Why not? They can select us, but we can say, oh, in my position, not me, but you can do it. You can do it.
I think it's also important to ask when you meet somebody, are you working with anybody else? Is anybody else think that they're working with you? Because that's happened to me several. Oh, because so-and-so showed me this also. I'm like, oh,
Okay.
sorry, what? Just like that. Oh,
Now
oh,
we're
because my
talking about
aunt.
ethics.
Right.
Ethics. Remember, as a realtors, we have one of the most strongest ethic codes, and we have to do it every 2 years, right?
Yes.
Okay, but there is a lot of realtors outside who talk to buyers and then they lose it. We are in a relationship business. So many person comes and says, I don't have a realtor. Okay, person come to my office. Hi, welcome, how you doing? Thank you for coming. How can I help you? Taka, taka. Do you have a realtor? Because we always ask if they have realtor. Why? Just because for me, a transaction with the buyer is just only one transaction, or maybe two, or maybe three. I have buyers that have been buying with me for a long time, and they buy, they sell and buy again, but that is not the normal. One buyer is one transaction, but for me, a realtor, which is my family, which is my partners, you are my partners, and I am your partner, you mean a lot of money, a lot of transactions. So who do I have to protect? You. Why? Because you're my client. You bring me the buyers. Why I do this? Why I do presentations? Because I want relationship with you. And that's this business, relationships. So you need to make the relationship with the buyer. Well, comes back. When the buyer comes to the office, we, most of the time, I don't want to say 100% or all of us, but most of the time, we ask, do you have a realtor? And the first answer is no, I don't have. Why? Because they are bad, because they are lying? No, because they are putting a wall between them and me and say, no, I don't have a realtor. I don't have no one to protect me. I don't have a person who showed me the houses. First, bad experience, not because we did a bad job, just because they put it a lot of offers and they didn't get it. Normal, that's the market. Second, they think that they will get better business with directly with the seller rather than to use a realtor, or because they don't know one. In that case, I personally always ask, do you have a realtor? No. Okay, have you seen any other house in another community, or have you been in another new construction? You know what you're trying to get? Because I'm discovering what they need, and I have to do it because I have to discover to sell something. In the middle of the transaction, in the middle of the conversation, when I ask them if they see another house, oh, someone has shown me this house, why don't call you? Why you don't call them and tell them you're here trying to buy a house? Why? Because I want to know what happened in the past, or I want to know if they have a realtor and then call the realtor. Come to here. I can do it now. I'm violating his reason to be here, just alone. So I have to get the information from them. Why don't you call them? They represent you. If they don't want to do it, they don't want. But I will try. I always try. Because I'm good? No, because I want a relationship with the other realtor. You know, que rico estando en casa. I mean, in my house, and someone called me and says, hey, listen, sign the contract. You buy, sign the contract. Wow, I didn't do anything. But guess what? Next time you will call me. So I'm doing the relationship with you. That's what you need to do. Do the relationship with the seller, with the buyer, with the renters, with the whoever. That always says relationship. Good relationship or bad relationship, doesn't matter. I have a realtor. I can say her name because she is amazing. I love her, but we are always fighting. Her name is Yvonne Arenas. She's the best fighting. We are always fighting, but when she has a buyer, she brings it to me because she knows I will work positive for her. So bad relationship always comes. Why not? So my advice, always, relationship, smile, and talk. That's what you need to do to get a great career as a realtor. Of course, you need to know your product. You need to know the listings on the area. You need to know the buyers, anything, the system that you use, everything. When I was in the general real estate market, okay, I had a book, not like this. I name it, it's a folder. I name it carpet. And Every single page of this was information about the new construction. Why? Because I want to be a new construction specialist. I don't want to be a listing agent because I was bad listing houses. Because I was afraid to talk to the seller and says, get me your listings. Okay, I know that I'm good selling new construction. What I did was study, prepare in the new construction field, prepare in the communities, walk around the communities, make pictures, make videos. Guess what? The Horton allow you to put pictures in anywhere except of the MLS. No Trulia, no Zillow, and no MLS, because the listing is not used. But we allow you to put the pictures. Go there, take pictures, make videos, ask questions. When you're alone, when you're with the other realtors, but not in front of the buyers. In front of the buyer, just do positive questions to create a relationship and to close the sale. Why you have to close the sale at the same moment? It is the same when you're doing a listing presentation. If I came to your house and I sit in front of you, and I cannot prove you that I am the person who will sell your house, I cannot sell it. Why? Because if I go and he interviewed 3 or 4 more realtors, who will get the listing? The last one. Why? Because he is aburrido de oír lo mismo de todo el mundo. He is tired and he wants to sell the house. So the last one will be the one who get the listings because he has heard the same from another person. Try to close the transaction in that moment. There. No, I have to think about it. Yeah, okay, I understand. But why you think about it? What? Maybe you have a question that I can answer right now. It's easy to say it for me in here. Yeah, after 15 years doing real estate. When I started, no. But the surgery, the first surgery that he made, he wasn't like this, right? Because he doesn't have experience. We need to gain experience. Right now, maybe I have my little experience and I can do it, but I'm trying to get you to do it too. Same thing when you bring a buyer to a real estate, to a community, new community. If you don't close the transaction in that moment, it's a little hard that you do it after. Let's say, for example, the person didn't qualify today. Okay, he didn't qualify today, but tomorrow you have to call him. And who's the one who has to call them? You're the realtor. You're the realtor. You need to make the transaction. You need to make the relationship. You need to call me and you need to say, okay, he didn't qualify with the first lender. Who's the second lender? Mm-hmm. When I was doing real estate, general real estate, I had my carpet, my mataburro. And actually I have it in my office. I have my mataburro because I have to know my competition. So I have still have my mataburros and I know the price of my competition. I know the price of the MLS. And when the person comes to my office, if the person says, I'm going to, I know where he goes and I know what he's trying to get. So I try to convince them to don't go there. Another thing that you should not do in front of a sales agent, if you bring your buyer to my community first, don't tell them in front of me, please. Let's go to, why? You are irrespecting me. I feel like that. I will never tell you, but do you think that the next time that you bring your buyer, I will see you like the same? Oh, try to respect everyone. If you go to my competition, perfect. Okay, you have to do what the buyer wants to do. You have to represent them and you need to do the transaction. If they don't like my houses, perfect. Go to anywhere, but try to be a little nice. Try to be a little, I don't know, polite.
In any transaction, if you have the buyer and you're working with the seller, you're the seller, and we're having it out, right? We're not agreeing on the price and the inspections, and I'm being too picky, and you're not giving me any money, and what's up? That's just that one transaction. There may be another transaction where you're going to work together. I always try to keep a really good relationship with any realtor that I'm working with because you never know. You
Mhm.
absolutely never know. And the whole
Correctly.
relationship thing that.
Correctly.
that
And
comes up.
make relationship with everyone, of course. Get your mataburro, go to the communities, know the product, and show houses. But we are not tourist guide, we are not taxi, we're not Uber, we're not Lyft, right? My very first transaction, I was a Lyft. He calls me and says, I want to buy a house cash.
All right.
Mis ojitos brillaron. My partner in that time, Javier Orozco, which is a realtor, tremendous realtor, and he tell me he will not buy. What I think? Of course, he doesn't want me to sell the house. No, he was talking by experience. The person was laughing at me. And you know what? He did it. My partner bring me, because trust me, I didn't have a car. My partner drive me. He drive me to the house on Saturday and we lose the Saturday. But why he drive me to the house? Just because to make me understand that I have to do my research before to bring a buyer to any place. Call the buyer, or if the buyer calls you or the seller calls you, meet them, try to get the most information that you can get from buyers. Oh, wait, I will talk just only about buyer because I don't represent sellers. I mean, I represent the seller, but no, it's not the same, okay. Meet the buyer here. Try to see if they have taxes, if they are 1099, if they are W-2s. Don't bring the buyer without any information. Why? Right now, the gas is high. Time is money. And we need to close transactions. If you don't know, ask. But try to do a little research before. Do you work? Where do you work? What do you do? How much you make? Are you trying to do the loan officer job? No, you're trying to get something from the buyer to know where you can bring them. If you don't want to meet them in here, just meet them in my office. I will do the research for you. 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times. I will do it for you, or I will help you. But try to know something about the person. Yesterday, a realtor, which is like 20 years experience being a buyer, and she bring the person just because the person says, I make $80,000 yearly. And that's a good prospect. But when I was talking to the lender, they make the 80,000, but one part was W-2, the other part was 1099, and the other part was a part-time job.
Sure.
A part-time job with a no 2 years job at nothing. Hello, how are you? You see my smile? See, right? That's what you need. Hello, how are you? Always a smile. There is a book. Always a smile. Try to get it. We have to perform. Promise at house. And the job? Smile. You have a beautiful them. Beautiful. Smile. The person receive what you're trying to get them. If I've been always so serious, and my job is so serious to me, but I learn in here that I have to smile.
Regarding for what you were saying about,
Speak up a little louder, please.
regarding for what you were saying about to do like a screening, a pre-screening,
Mhm.
financial pre-screening,
Yeah.
right? But sometimes buyers, or that happened to me with a buyer, which she wanted to see the houses, and when I started to tell her to pre-qualify her first, based on everything she was telling me, was a really good prospect. She was like, but I just want to see the houses, before doing all this, when I have to give you so much information in paperwork, I'm already telling you.
Mhm.
And I was focusing, how gas is right now and all that, but I didn't want to risk to make her go to another realtor.
She doesn't want to lose the buyer,
Mhm.
okay? But she's worried about the buyer possibilities to buy. Okay. Can I suggest you bring it to my office? Te lo voy a repetir, no te preocupes. When you bring the buyer to our office, we will show them 3 or 4 homes and they are happy. They are seeing the houses. But after that, you need to be pre-qualified. Why? Because you are the one who knows how much you can pay, but the lender is the one who borrowed the money. At least we need to talk to the lender. At least we need to know something about you to start seeing houses. Because, and you can say to the buyer, right straight, I'm not a tourist guy. I need to know something. Why? Sometimes buyers use us. See, they use us because they want to see houses. But at the same time, you don't want to lose the buyer because at one point they will buy. So some realtors says, okay, I will give you the address and you go there and see the houses and you let me know if you like it.
Oh, God.
And we call you as well to let you know that they're coming.
No, I'm talking about listings.
No, but you're losing.
No, I'm
You're
not
gonna
talking
lose
about,
that buyer.
I'm not talking about new construction. I'm talking about listings. You send me a list of addresses. Wow, I'm free. Or another guy who says, I have access to the MLS. I have access to Trulia. I have access to the, why they need us? They don't need us? Yeah, they need us. We need to express them. We need to make them realize that they need us. How? Everyone has their own skills. You need me because I'm the one who knows the new construction in the area. You need me because I'm the listing agent. You need me because I'm the best realtor in the world.
Question, why when they ask you like for the address, like for example, you get a lead from social media or whatever, they don't know you, you don't know them. And they
Let me
just
give you a
ask-
trick.
Sorry?
Let me give you a trick. Give them my address.
Okay.
Give it to them. And call me and says, listen, fulano de tal is going to your office. But why are you not coming? No, I have to give them an address.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
be pending.
Yeah, because sometimes they just wanna, oh, give me the address, give me the address. So
Yeah.
they don't even give, they don't give you the number or any type of information. Just let me know the address. I
Okay.
wanna go.
Today, if you call me, you're a buyer. If you call me, I'm a realtor. I'm not a dear Horton sales agent. Okay? I'm a realtor. I put an ad in a Facebook and I don't put the address because you will go to that, the direction without me. And I don't want to give you the address. Mr. Buyer, I'm so happy to represent you because I work with the builders in the area. I will give you my office address and we can meet there tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. Is that good for you?
Okay.
No, work tomorrow. That's okay. Let me know what's the best hour for you and I will meet you in my office just because my broker do not allow me to give you the address. Does he know the broker? No. Another thing, Mr. Buyer, yeah, I can give you the address, but I have to meet you before because the listing agent do not allow me to send the buyers any excuse. They are not giving you excuse to not give you the phone number. They are giving you excuse to not give you the phone number. So you have to give them excuse to not give them the address. Why? People, all of us, we do it. We do it. We go to Facebook, we go to Instagram, and we want to know what's happening. We want to know the area. We want to know everything. But you as a seller, as a buyer representative, you want to get the buyer. So make relationship with them. Try to find the way to contact them. Everyone is different. There is a lot of cases, different scenarios. So try to not give the address if you don't know them. Or another thing is we can meet in this address or give them the address of your office. Oh yeah, why not? This is the address, your office. Are you doing wrong? No.
Amy, how many houses do the realtors that sell a lot of DR Horton, how many houses do they sell in a year? The ones that do it good.
No investors, just only,
Regular buyer.
well, the best, the one that make the most numbers doesn't work with me.
But she's a regular realtor that
She is a
sells.
realtor, she's a realtor. She is from Remax, and she makes like 40 sales yearly,
Or in just pre-construction.
just pre-construction.
Sorry.
In the Horton, like 40 sales yearly. Multiply that by 3 or by 4, because we pay 3 or 4%. Yeah. She's,
So she has a strategy of what she.
yeah, she do it just only in Facebook. She has
Only
a
in
web page in Facebook, yes. And she do, what you name, campaña,
Yeah.
campaigns, yeah. She paid for it, but she has it. In Facebook, and you see her and you call her and she said, okay, and she gives the address. But at the same time, she's calling, hey, I have this buyer. He's going to your office. Please take care of him. Can you do that with me now? Because I'm not your assistant.
Right.
I have a lot of job, but she do it. And she do it with a lot of sales. And
A
also
lot
not
a lot
just
of what?
sales agents. But there is a lot of sales agents who cannot produce too much, and they agree to serve her as an assistant.
Like she funnels a lot of leads that way.
Yes, yes, she's just only generating leads. But at the same time, you can do it. You can generate a lot of leads and directional. But my advice is go with the buyer.
What was the name of the lady?
I'm not allowed to do that.
Okay.
Like, I mean,
No.
does most of this stuff happen weekends or throughout the entire week? Like influx, like, hay más gente que vienen los fines de semana.
English,
More people come weekends or more people come throughout?
weekend, yeah, weekend. During the week, I do presentations in real estate offices, and I do my office work because I don't have too much appointments during the week. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, oh my God, a lot. All of them buy? No, of course, no. Pero
So I just
you have
got to this
do.
meeting and I go, okay, I'm a new agent. I'm gonna do Facebook and I'm gonna work every
Facebook.
weekend and show DR Horton stuff.
That's why I really recommend you show my houses. If another realtor can do it, why not? Do it. You have to spend a little money. Yes, you have to spend it. If you don't have too much money to make campaigns in Facebook, do it for free. Do it generally in Market Studio and advertising. Market Studio, no Marketplace. You need to know a lot of pages that generate leads, but don't do that. Don't send the buyer along. Don't do it. That's not ethic. That's not professional. That's not something that when the buyer comes along, anyone can talk to him
And she's not really being a realtor.
Yep.
She's not being a realtor. She's
No,
being
she's doing generating leads.
Okay, and a realtor
Yeah.
really, and I'm,
But you know what?
now I get real touchy feely. A
I have
realtor
many
is
realtors.
this.
I have many realtors who make a lot of good money, and realtors who started from zero. I have another person, that one I can say the name. Her name is Yvette. Yvette started from zero, from nothing. She didn't have any penny. And she came to my office and said, listen, I need your help. I don't know what to do. And someone told me that I can talk to you and you will help me. The only thing that I did was, Yvette, you need to put it advertising in Facebook, make videos, make pictures of my houses. And when the buyer calls you, the only thing that you need to say to them is, I work with the builder. I do not work for the builder. Yo trabajo para el builder. I work for the builder. You cannot say I work for the builder, but I work with the builder because I have a relationship with the builder. And why not? You're a realtor, you have license, and you receive a commission just to bring the buyer. The only thing you need to do is bring the buyer. The other part is my job. Why I try to prepare you because I want to work so hard in just only one transaction. Me, sorry, I have to say it. I feel like I have to produce too much. So when you sell 3 or 4 houses, you make 4 or 3%, I make 1%. So I have to work 3 or 4 times what you do to gain the same. So that's why I try to prepare you, because I need you to do the part of your job so you can help me. That's why I'm, entre comillas, a top producer, because I close it between 80 and 100 houses yearly. But when I close between 80 and 100 houses yearly, it's because you close 30 or 40 houses, right? But of course, I work with many realtors. You need to get the consistency correctly. And you can do it. You can do it. It's easy. It's easy. Just only doing advertising or doing timing here, or I don't know. There is a lot of ways to get the buyers. I'll
So
bring you
when-
to my office.
When the people call for Forest Park that we have that is sold out, you should say, hey, there are similar projects that I could show you. Let's schedule a time to meet. You meet them and you drive them to BR
Yes.
instead of just saying, oh, sorry, we're sold out.
That's right.
And hang up.
Well, and that goes back to the point, the earlier point that Diane had made, which is give solutions.
Mhm.
Give solutions. Always give a solution. It's never no. It's always let's find a way out. You know,
Correctly.
Diane, I want to be respectful of your time. You were going to only speak 30 minutes and you've spoken the whole hour. Really, thank you very much for coming. We're going
Cuenten
to,
conmigo
we're going to
para lo que sea
schedule
necesario.
I'd like to schedule a visit with the office. So we'll try to
Yes.
do that next week. Is that cool? Next
She
week?
sends me updates of new inventory like every 4 or 5 days.
You know, let's do something next week.
If you're coming to my office, bring a mataburros, and I will show you how to do it.
Awesome. Awesome.
Okay.
Mataburro, bueno.
Yeah,
No.
a folder.
Oh,
Yes, like this one, or no, it needs to have
Open,
The
open binder.
3-ring binder. So you
a
can-
binder, not too big. That would be big after. And there you can put it all the information and you have everything.
You become the expert.
That's what you need. The expert. Remember, or listing agent or buyer's agent.
Diane, thank you
All
very
right,
much.
my pleasure.
Oh, yeah, thank you. guys.
Anything you need, I'm here. There is my business card. Questions to your broker? Here is my business card. Anything you need from me?
Can I have one?
Me das $1. Te lo quise pasar la casa.
Guys, I think this is a good place to stop. We've got other things to talk about, but I'm going to circulate. I do have a couple of announcements. 2 announcements. Please, please, please.
¿Cómo te lleva croqueta o patalito?
Wait, don't go away yet, everybody. Hold on. No. Please, please, please monitor the WhatsApp chat, okay? And also the Avanti Way email. I'm done trying to send it to everybody's personal email. It's easier just communicating on the Avanti Way email. Okay, we're going to create. I've spoken Ruby's on the other side, but I've been talking about setting up special classes for our realtors. So we're going to do a beginner realtor class this Friday. I'm going to send that out, and next week I'll do one. We'll do one for the like a war room for the more experienced. And we've got some really good things that we're going to talk about. Okay, thank you guys for coming. Thank you everybody that's out there. We'll talk.
Thank you. Please eat up these pastelitos.